Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is March 21st, 2024. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the year's going by quickly already. It's coming up on the end of the quarter. Anyway, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of what? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network, bringing you the best of entertainment and education in crypto. Well, maybe not the best, but we try. We try. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to everyone that's already tuned in here at the beginning. Like I said in the intro before we got started here, Pedro isn't feeling so well. He was off for a little bit with some personal stuff, and he came back. In fact, in the past couple of shows, we really haven't, or past couple of months, we haven't seen him on the air much. For a while, he was in a much earlier time zone, and so he was doing it like at 5 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, yeah, no need to get on with the 5 a.m. face. So let's just bring the alpha. And then he moved to the Eastern time zone, and we just kept it going like that. But he's always keeps saying he needs to redo his setup. Then we're going to get ready to do that. Comment. Where's my thing here? Welcome, everyone. Remember to just like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. Just do it. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube here and you need to switch over and you need to multitask on your phone or device or anything like that, switch over to Twitch. You can put Twitch in the background. I don't mean Twitch on the browser. I mean Twitch in the app. And you can put Twitch in the background, and you can still listen to us and see us, or listen to us when you multitask. Little cheat sheet for all of you guys. Let's get through. I know everyone wants to hear news and all this kind of stuff and have their project mentioned and all that kind of great stuff, but I do this for interaction, and I love to hear and see who's on the show and who's being represented. I mean, let's see. First of all, we got our usual suspect here, Chuck Jansen.
You using the whole fist, Doc?
Using the whole fist there, Doc. As I always get this name wrong. Datingu. Datingu. Somebody phonetically put that one in there for me so I can pronounce that correctly. Dara coming to us from Madrid. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. And then we have Striking Balls. That's me. Welcome, everybody. Who else we got here? We got Drano in the house. Drano.
LeBron James.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. LeBron James. Who else is in the house? We got a big crowd here with us. We got Rose Oakley coming to us. Thank you, Rose, for joining in. Jason Spurgis, thank you for rutting with us, Mr. Stag. Ka-ching! Ka-ching, welcome to the house. Ka-ching! Derek, thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. Matt Rhodes loves the DYOR Nation. DYOR Media Nation. There's so many DYORs out there. I've had two on my show, DYOR Dex and DYOR Exchange, in the past 2 months. By the way, DYOR Dex and DYOR Exchange are projects you need to pay attention to. They're good things coming out. And like everyone has their own decks now, we get that. And a lot of you guys here, well, our decks does this, our decks does. Everyone does things differently. There's room for plenty of you guys. And they have a each one of them has a different bent on things. Jason says, another amazing show. Well, it's we're 10 minutes into it, and it's so amazing. Let's see. Chuck says, I expected a clown suit. If I have to resort to clown suits, like in the meme here, to attract you guys' attention, then we got a big problem. Neowick says, I was sick too, that's why I didn't come on yesterday's stream. Anyway, what's up on the agenda today? More meme coin stuff. Actually, my agenda is filled with charts and stuff like that to talk about. We can't always do meme coins, but I've switched to meme coin week because Pedro's been out, and he handles the technical analysis of stuff. I handle the fundamental side of it, and I look at projects and things from the big picture view, and Pedro looks at the chart. To be honest, Pedro does both, but he's the guy that can focus on the chart. Let's see. Thanks for coming by and telegramming. Tell us all about yourself yesterday, Tom. Yes, I was on the mainnetz voice chat and mentioned how I got started in this crazy business. I always enjoy joining voice chats, and I like listening to them. So a lot of times you guys will see me in voice chats, and I don't use an alt. I just come on in my regular thing, but I won't participate. because I'm doing 8 things at once and preparing for the next day's show. I'm just listening for that little bit of alpha, or just to get to know you guys better. Because the reason is, if I'm going to put my name behind something and pay it on the show here, Pedro's always like, hey man, we can't pick any rug pulls. And so I was like, yeah, or good projects that are badly managed. How many of us have been in a good project that's been badly managed? I have. I've been in a couple. The things that have made the market cap thing go to $1 million. And then because of poor management, it went to 0. Not 0, but it went pew! That type of stuff. Tom's got the kofifi going. You know, my sister calls it the kofifi. Actually, it's tea. It's tea. I had to switch. I was too addicted to coffee, and I had a choice: bourbon and coffee, or bourbon, or and give her to both, or go bourbon and tea. So I was like, oh, I'll switch to bourbon and tea. Shireen, welcome, Shireen. Thanks for having the Spurgis crew here. Andy Wilson, you guys are not letting me get to the High Striking crew. How are y'all on this fine day? Hope all is well in Scotland. Pedro, if you're out there, I hope you're listening. Everybody misses you, Pedro. Let's see who we got here. Marcelo, thank you for joining us. I do not speak Portuguese, so I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that one. But I'm guessing it's Portuguese, correct? Matt says, is it just me or is this show cutting out and buffering? Anyone else, just let me know if it... Oh, he says it's working better now. It's not me. My... hold on. Let me look at my stream-o-meter here. Hey, you know, I am having a problem here. All right, give me a second to I have a super duper fast internet here, the 5 gig internet connection here. Oh, yeah, that's why. Normally, when I do the show, I plug into the landline, the Ethernet cable, and I forgot to do that. I'm on Wi-Fi today, so I got to shut off a bunch of other things here to stop that. Thanks for pointing that out, and point it out to me if it happens again. Anyway, Chunk the Cat listening, CMC Fast. See, we wanted a little alpha today. You shield it. We will go over it, but not right now. Let's get through some more comments. Crypto Mike says, "What's up, Jumbalones?" Mike from Manitoba, thanks for joining us. Congratulations, channel. Thanks for coming. Let us know where you're coming from. Maybe you already have in the comments. I haven't gotten to you yet. All right, let's talk. I'll get back to some comments in a minute. One of the things we wanted to talk about, we have been talking about all week, is meme coins. And what's the purpose of meme coins that we have been talking about all week? For those of you new people, we've been talking about meme coins all week because they have been hot lately. Just hot, especially on Solana and a little bit on Crow also. And what's the purpose of meme coins? If everyone says there's no purpose, they're useless, all this type of stuff. Rah, 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 rah. All the complainers go to LinkedIn and all they still complain about Bitcoin being useless. Never mind meme coins. Meme coins are one of the best marketing tools you can imagine. I mean, just imagine the marketing budget. If you're let's use mainnetz and PepeZ, not Pepsi like drink, PepeZ as an example. The devs from PepeZ, if they say we want to attract thousands of eyeballs, perhaps even 1 million, we want to get 70,000 holders or something like that, but we got to pay for marketing to do that. You got to go to Dex Tools and pay the 30 grand a day to be the lead banner. You got to go this and that. You got to pay a lot of money to do that type of stuff. Or just launch a meme coin. And get it to people like me and other people that just want to say, hey, let's get this thing out there. We want this to 1,000x. And man, that goes through the call channels, boom, and the word gets around. But what does that do? That brings the eyeballs to the main chain. And so for groups like mainnetz, having a meme coin on their chain is brilliant. It's brilliant marketing. It just brings more eyeballs than they could afford. I kind of mixed the PepeZ developers with mainnetz developers. What I meant was for the blockchain, do they want to spend billions of dollars on marketing or just launch a meme coin? So developer came along, says we're going to launch a meme coin, and now all these people are paying attention to mainnetz. And their other projects are benefiting too. I talk about PepeZ a lot here, but there's a bunch of projects I don't know anything about also on mainnetz, and that is NetPad, this one that has the small capital and big letters, Eternal, something like that, and a couple others there. And then, of course, before mainnetz, there's a whole group of NFT stuff that I don't understand at all. But now, all these new eyeballs are on mainnetz because of a meme coin. And that's the purpose of it. And so when you're talking to your friends and you say, I've invested in this meme coin, they're like, wow, you're just going to lose your money and all that. Well, you may not make 1,000x, but most people don't lose their money anymore because the days of most of the rug pulls are over. But you might make 1x or 2x. At least guarantee yourself 1x or 2x. And you've become a new user of the blockchain that's been trying to get your business. So that's why we've been doing Meme Coin Week all week. And all of you groups out there that are in the meme coin stuff, I appreciate you. Because I've been wrong. I've called it wrong before. All right, before we get into more of that stuff, let's see. 9 karma here. 9. Whatever that is, I like it. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Tom, do you juggle? Yes, I can juggle. I can juggle 3 objects. I used to be able to juggle 4, and I learned that from my grandfather, who grew up juggling on a farm in Nebraska. Yo-yo. Not lasso when you get the ammo. When you spin it around yourself up and down, do that. I can do that. He taught me all those things. Let's see. Rose says we can all win. PepeZ buddy says Drano. That's right. Let's just get to that right now. Let's see which chart I got up here. Pedro's not here. Let me see if I got this set up right. No, I'm not even up. Tom's screen. There we go. Let's find Tom's screen. This is where the word chumbalone comes in. For those of you who don't know, I use the word chumbalone. It's a Chicago native term for people to get taken advantage of, mostly by the government, taking advantage of the taxpayers. But the chumbalone in this case are these people selling right here. This project, which, as you can see here, is going up. And this is obvious. This is for those that are new. CoinGecko doesn't show the whole chart. It was up 20x before this chart started. So some people have some bags. We get it. But we want these Pepe coins aren't, oh, I made 2x, 5x, or 10x type tokens. That's not what they're there for. They're there to bring massive eyeballs to mainnetz and to bring massive bags in your pocket, right? We all agree with this, right? Then what are you guys doing selling here? All these other greens would have pushed this thing up another 6x. But you'd said, oh, I need to take my $482 and $83 and $6 and another $500 and then some idiot who sells $2,800 early. We want this thing to go 1,000x, right? That's what the PepeZ do. That's what they do. 1,000x. That doesn't mean sell now. See this little green candle? Let's make that greener. Not by just putting more of your own money in. Get some friends to come here and get the word out about PepeZ. I think the other day in the PepeZ room, I wasn't complaining. I was just saying, look, this is not... I was essentially saying the same message. And I said, look, we want this to be 1,000x. So taking your initial out and all this kind of stuff, you're already booming. Leave it in there. Let's support the chart in the LP. And then immediately it 2x'd. And somebody piped up and said, well, Tom scolded the chat room and everyone got in line. So I'm scolding you again. And obviously, to be clear, I'm invested in this too. And I tell the story about waking up at 5 a.m. and seeing it on my phone and hurrying up to buy some. Not tons of money, just your meme coin money type stuff. But Meme coin money at 1000x is serious money, right? Right. All right. But Pepe on mainnetz, PepeZ, you got to go for it. All right, let me just check some social media stuff here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching, as I repeat myself here on YouTube, but need to multitask on your phone and are not paying for YouTube Premium, pull us up on the Twitch app. Just search DYOR Media and we'll come right up. And you can put the Twitch app in the background and still listen to us. For those of you watching on Facebook, both of you, thank you. But comments are welcome over there as well. Let's see, where else are we today? We're on Kick with the hula hoop and feet people and the drama. I call it the Jersey Shore channel because all it is just drama over there. But every once in a while we do get a good viewer over there. We got Royal Q in Zimbabwe watching us. Was it Neo, Wiki, whomever? One of you guys. Got another one of you guys there too, from there too. And we're not on LinkedIn too. I don't put meme weeks on LinkedIn because those people just get all crazy over there. All right, let's hit some comments again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. The zombie mob people. Zombie mob people are crazy. And a bunch of you go through the charts, the sells on this PepeZ chart. And a bunch of you zombie people are the ones that are selling. You should know better than that. Alfie in the house. Thanks for joining us again, Shane. Dragon Ball Z. I said it right. Your project's doing well. Let's look at that. Oh, Callie says hi. All right, let's find Dragon Ball Z. I thought I had this one up. DBZ on BNB. Where is it? Here it is. You guys are holding it together nicely here. 141 holders. Let's see, market cap of 47,000. That's it. Dragon Ball Z, 47,000 market cap. If the rest of you guys are not over in Dragon Ball Z, I realize it's on BNB, and most of you guys have migrated away from that, but still a good chain, still cheap, still fast transactions, and good projects too. The Dragon Ball Z guys are a good group here, and a bunch of you guys have overlaps into their groups too, but go check them out. Dragon Ball Z. Daitengu. Okay, we got you. Kansas Zeno. PepeZ forever. PepZ forever. Hug from Brazil. Marcelo, I love Brazil. I haven't been there in a long time. I used to, my sister used to work there. So I visited her in Rio when she worked there. She used to build roller coasters and amusement parks. So she built one company she worked for, built one in Rio, down in the south, Baja Leme, somewhere down there, and then in Sao Paulo. Both in very interesting places, I might add. Check out Never Surrender 1 for short at like 10 million market cap. We'll look at that. NSO, Mike. Never Surrender 1. Let me know what chain it's on so I can help that. Snowpar, thanks for joining us. Beautiful morning in the mainnetz world. It's on. You answered my question before I could even ask. Let's look at it. NSO. Never surrender. Here it is. All right, $10 million market cap, $343,000 liquidity. Slugged along for a few days there, and then popped and then dropped. But looks like some bag holders left. Still seems to be a good chart. Volume is 24-hour volume. 2 days after the big volume day is still good at 211,000. 509 holders. All right, I'm gonna put that one on the list to check out. Got a big buy here just a little while ago, so some insider thinks it's a good deal. Never surrender. Hold on, I'm going to send that to someone else too. for analysis. Let's see here. Personal. Never. Is that a Winston Churchill reference? And we will never surrender. It's a bad. I know it's a bad Winston Churchill reference. That wasn't good. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Back to the comments here. Meme coins are fun for everyone. They are. To get rich, yes, that's what they're for. Shane says Dragon Ball Z. I have a tough time because I'm an American and also Mrs. Striking's Canadian, so I reside in both places. If you're a customs agent, an immigration agent, I do not reside in Canada. I'm just talking about from practicality. I'm an American and I live in the U.S. But they, like the English, like to say that Z for Z. I mean, what's wrong with these people? Come on. I mean, I know with English, it's their language. I get it. The Americans stole it. But Z works out better just because of the song. The alphabet. Let's see. Dragon Ball's BSC says, Shane knows what's up. Crypto Alliance. There you are. Thank you for joining us. Crypto Alliance. Once again, always, if you if you're still having streaming problems, I'm having internet problems, unfortunately. I'm going to record the rest of the show locally. Oh, I just realized that Pedro's off in the corner up here. Nice picture. Sorry, no Pedro. Sorry, Pedro. I was looking at the comment section in my studio version, not the final one. Oh, that's funny. You guys are good with the comments. Alicia, thanks for watching today. Alicia, also from Madrid. Thanks to you and Jason. Appreciate it. Mrs. Striking and I would love to come to Spain. Gotta rely on more of these meme coins to do their thing, though, before the travel starts. Chuck says, DBZ mods. You got spam in your Telegram. Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. I live in Minas Gerais. I can't pronounce that right. Space Cat in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Space Cat is in everyone's house, right?
Space.
The final frontier. Is there anyone on here that doesn't have Space Cat in their Telegram room? It's in everyone. It's Telegram. Space Cat, if you use Telegram on your phone, it must rip through your data. Because if you're in a lot of Telegram rooms, it just burns data. Let's see. In the southeast region, close to Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. That's the only part of Brazil I've been to. Although a good friend of mine from university, I'll just say he owns a town in northern Brazil, is a beef farmer or beef ranch, raises cattle and that type of stuff. Respan is a sleeping giant. Respan. Question is, why is Respan a sleeping giant, huh? I don't know why I haven't heard of Space Cat says I have unlimited data. Good. For crypto, you need unlimited data. Let's go check out. Oh, you know what? I remember someone telling me about Respan. Let's look at Pedro here. He'd be at the daily chart. I just can't do daily charts. I got the right one up here? Oh yeah, I think Chuck, you were telling me about Respan. In fact, one of the devs was, you're trying to hook me up with one of the devs coming on the show here, or one of you guys was. A lot of money came out of that one. It's always hard. I realize that I think these guys had a launch problem with version 1. I've got a green screen problem up there, that little triangle. That would be the ceiling. But these ones that come out and sell off immediately, there's always a problem with them. and they need a lot of trust to come back to them to get people to come back to it. It's really hard. Trust me, I've been in projects that lost people's trust, and is difficult. Let's bring up the old. Oop, that's the wrong button. Sorry, Doc.
You using the whole fist doc?
It's on the wrong page. Let's see here. Where's my Bitcoin page? Oh, there it is. Just checking something on the Bitcoin. 66,000. We're coming back a little bit. Solana 185. Cardano 63. That retraced significantly. BNB. I mean, that was nice when it was at 600 again. Reminded me of the old Safe Moon days. Caspa coming back. Polygon at $1. Polygon needs to go to like $2, doesn't it? Yes. All right, where are we with the projects here? Who wants to see their project profiled? Sorry, I'm having there's something going on with my internet connection. It's driving me nuts. All right, someone mentioned Chonk. Let's look at that. Chonk the cat. Here's a couple of chunks. Oh, no, that's 3 years ago. 13 days ago. Let's look at Chonk the cat. On BNB. Chonk the cat got all the money taken out of it. That's the 4-hour chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart here. Well, one of the problems with Chonk is that the volume died out here. And somebody's taking, if this is the right chart, somebody's taking all the money out. This is a classic insider selling out chart here. And I'll tell you why when you look at it. There's the launch. You know what? Let me fix myself here so I can point everywhere. Pedro's not here, so I can be bigger. Here you have the launch. Still can't point. Every upswing, you have a big sell-off immediately. There's never a big up and then a little flag. On good projects, you'll always have big ups, not followed by immediate sell-offs and selling the liquidity coming in, selling the volume, and that's how a lot of devs just steal all your money. Every time someone invests money, they just sell it off. Someone invests $1,500 to sell $1,200, and so you still get the chart going up. But the chart, instead of going super boom, it just goes meep, or then starts going down. And then they sell off the increases on the way down too. I look at thousands of these things, like through the blockchain explorers, and I did this for a long time in the last bull run, and I'm just getting my skills back too. And Pedro and I talk about all types of projects and things like that. And when you see that every increase sold off immediately, generally that's insiders selling the volume, and it's not good. You got to be able to see a flag after an increase where people trust that it's not going to get sold right off again. And so even here, after a period of inactivity, you get, oh, little boom. Nope, they sold it off again. And then here, this is very telling. Someone finally just said, let's either buy some, let's burn some, let's do something to cause the price to jump. And then they immediately sold it off. And if you look at the minute chart, the trades are probably, they probably knew it was coming. It's almost always how you can tell. So no fan of that. I don't think, if this is the right chunk that you're talking about, it's not going anywhere. I hate to say that, but let's see if that's what you were talking about. Space Cat is everywhere. He's multiplied. Yep. I think so. Yes, the chart looks terrible. Oh, that was we were talking about Respan. Sorry, I'm a little behind here. Remember, if you're think your comments are a little, or the comments scrolling by are a little out of touch with what's on screen, you're probably not live. Look at your app, look at your desktop, and scroll live. You can always go back and watch later. Let's see. Yeah, right, Space Cat. I remember you trying to connect me. They're going to come on the show as their new dashboard is out. I'm willing to entertain just about anyone on the show. If they can hang out with Pedro and I, they can hang out with anybody. So does NetZ to $2. It's going to go there. It's going to go there if we can get those people to stop selling it. All it needs is the eyeballs of one or two of the big groups, and it goes boom. And it goes boom if you guys stop selling $2,000 at a time. If you want to sell $50 at a time, please do it. Just don't sell. I mean, there's in PepeZ, there's only what $100,000 in liquidity or something, whatever it is. That means when you sell, you make. One guy sold $6,000 worth of stuff. He took 6% of the LP right there. Boom. It's not. Always remember, what's in a project is not what your wallet tells you. It's what the LP. That's the only money in a project is the LP, and it's not the total LP. It's only the staked coin or the paired coin that's valuable. The token is not valuable at all. It's just made up. That's why LP pools exist. Bronze Emerald, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming over. Crypto Mike says, I think Baba was on a roll yesterday. I think Saul too. Baba. See, that's why I love doing this. A bunch of stuff I've never heard of. Alicia says, well, the $1 keeps attracting construction, so not that bad, I guess. My English didn't get that one right. All right, let's see what Baba has to say. How many of you guys know the song Baba O'Reilly? One of my favorite by The Who. And if you haven't seen The Who in concert, I saw The Who in concert at the Formula One race in Abu Dhabi. It was awesome. And it was like their 8th reunion tour or whatever. Doesn't matter. It was awesome. Let's look at Baba here. Yeah, that kicked off a couple of days ago, if that's the right one. But they have the same problem that Chunk has. There's no gains and flags and consolidations or anything like that. It's just immediate sell-offs of every buy-in. And like I said, that's usually the insider selling. There's all sorts of ways for insiders to disguise their actions, but the chart gives them away. I personally don't like it because every buy there's an immediate sell-off of that buy, which sucks. Sucks, especially if you're someone that says, "Oh, I like this chart. I'm going to put in $500," and then someone takes 498 of it. Scratch Baba off. They're going to invest in that. They'll take your money, unless you get lucky and time it well. One of the other ones I was looking at, Omni. Oh, look at that, and it's frickin' rolling. Omni started off on Solana, Omni Cat, a while ago. It's been around now a while. Hold on, we better consolidate this chart here. And as you can see on the launch, it absolutely it went bonkers on the launch. Went crazy. And of course, that sold off. I think that one, if I'm correct, it had a big pre-sale. I got to tell you, most of the pre-sales on Solana are scams. If you go to Pink Sale, seems like most of the ones that work out well are fair launched. Even though fair launch has their own problems with the first 10 guys getting most of the supply at a cheap price. But this one's been going around a while. This is the 2-hour time frame, so it looks a little different. But anyway, they're starting to get a little traction here. It looks like the big people have sold off, and so they're getting some significant buys here. Omni, $6 million market cap, $500,000 liquidity. The rare Solana coin that has 10% liquidity to market cap ratio, which is very... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right, 10%, right around 10%, which is very good. It's very good. I mean, obviously with a lower liquidity, it goes up faster. So everyone wants to see go up faster. But all that does is come down faster. Which what you want is you want a good liquidity. Actually, ideally, what you want is some of the money that's generated from trading it, the fees or tokenomics or whatever, to go into the liquidity pool, so it gets thicker as you grow. So you can start out young, get a nice price bump. All the people early in it get some fat bags, and then the money gets added from the further trading. And if you kick it off and you get that big volume like Slurf did and Bohm and those types of things, and then all of a sudden your liquidity pool's got tons of money in it. And generally with all these projects, those tokens are burned. So as the liquidity goes up, it's still very difficult to steal it. Let's look at why Omni is pumping here. Let's see, $7,000 buys, $2,000. There's some people hoping this thing's gonna moon. And there's people selling it off too, as always, but not as bad as those other ones. See, this one's at least given a chance here. At least given a chance. All right, let me spend a minute here catching up on the comments here. Where are you guys at? Polygon at $1. Yep, it needs to go to $2. Polygon's been a little bit of a laggard, and here's why. Because Polygon was the first level 2 chain, it boomed early. In fact, it was overpriced. And I remember when it got to $1 4 years ago. And a bunch of the people I was kind of doing this with were like, "Oh yeah, it's going up more." I'm like, "Nope, it's going to 50 cents." I said it's just the hype is over. They're not delivering on the volume. They're not. I mean, there's plenty of volume, but Polygon's cheap. You need a lot of volume. We need to. It needs to come back. They're like, no, Tom, you're silly. Silly. It went right down to 50 cents. People got hammered. Let's see. All right, Jason, I got your DM. Thank you for DMing me and not putting that in my show. I appreciate it. I'll look at it and tell you what I think later. There are not safe for work ones out there. We all know that. Let's see. Crypto Mike says, I wasn't chilling. It just heard the name. It's all right. Bring him to our attention. We can go over. And the rest of you, when you run into it. Oh, there's 69. All right. Well, we will take a look at it. I can't go through the process of joining your Telegram at this moment because I'm on the air. My computer's not happy with me today. But if you let me know what the symbol is, we'll look at it. Shane says cats forever. I know the dogs have been hot lately, but the cats are taking over. Remember the difference between dogs and cats. Dogs are your best friend. Cats plan on how to kill you. So watch out for cat ones. Oh, let's see. All right, let's just go to, as they say, let's go to the videotape. Solana Enterprises Xmas. No, that's not it. 2 months ago. Let me know if you guys have a chart, and I will bring it up. I don't see any recent ones here with liquidity on DEX. If it's on somewhere else, just let me know, and we'll bring it up. And remember, for those of you in all these projects and things like that, I keep telling everyone this over and over again. This is a marketing exercise here. You guys are marketing your projects. I'm marketing my show and myself. And where we can join to that and get the word out about things is just wonderful. So remember, if you don't want to pay a video editor, you can use my video, whatever you want to do. Remember, on the desktop version of YouTube, you can scroll to a point, click share, and click the time button on it. And then send that link to your friends. And when they click it, it won't take it to the beginning of the show. It'll take it right to the point where they start talking about your project. Feel free to do that. Feel free to do that. Say, hey, they talk about Bongo Ongo Dongo Cat. Tom's talking about it. Or talked about it on the show today. Don't just say, go watch a 2-hour show. Nobody does that. I can tell from the analytics. Nope. But share the spot in the video. By clicking from the desktop, you go say, time also, and it'll take it, the link will take it right to it. And that helps us all out. That helps me out, get my views. It helps Pedro and I out, get better chances of sponsorship. And it allows you guys to use the video to show to your friends and everybody that, hey, we had some talking head on TV talking about us. All right, let's see what else we got here. Andy says cats are way cooler. I disagree with you on that. Disagree with you. I've had cats, had dogs. Cats are cool for like a week. And then after they try to kill you, try to keep you up all night, then they get older and they start shitting all over your house. Oh, of course that's the name of the chart. Of course it is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the quality entertainment you get here. And of course, he sends me the link to PoopCoin. All right, let's hit it up. It's funny, I don't use PoopCoin much anymore. 4 years ago, I used it all the time. Well, that's a good chart. Nobody's complaining about that at all. Nobody's complaining about that. I'll give you the same advice that I gave those other two projects that I went over. Hold on, let me bring that. Sorry. Oop, I keep hitting Doc's button.
You use the whole Doc?
Let me give you. This is their chart. I can only use so many words on this before YouTube flags my my thing. So I'll just refrain. You guys can read. You know what? I'll try and make it bigger. No, it doesn't do that. And I forgot PoopCoin doesn't obey the zoom command correctly. But I'll give you the same advice I gave the other guys there. Is that you first of all, this is a great launch here. Great launch. Launched well. First day thing, up, down, blah, 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 whatever. First couple days out of it, nice consolidation, good trading, means volume in and out. People are paying attention to you. Then you got some attention here, good. Went up, good. Sell off, good. Sell off. Whatever you have to do, tell your whales or insiders. Say, look, when we get a little... And as I'm not a dev of a coin. I was on a team for a little bit, but I was not top guys or anything. But get to know your whales and say, look, we're trying from up here. We appreciate you being a whale. And we appreciate the amount of tokens that you have and how much you can trash our chart when you sell. But don't do it. Please don't do it. Or have them sell off slowly. You gotta ask them. And about half of them will listen to you, from my experience. The other half are just like, we're just here to take the money and run. Nothing you can do about those guys. But if you can keep a bunch of the guys from just selling off every time you have, and I don't mean obviously selling is good. You can't have all green going up. But if you can keep the instant sell-offs from happening when you go up, it's just a bonus. Adios, Mrs. Striking.
Can you pick me up at 4:30?
Just give me a call. But anyway, I'll follow this one. Pedro will get a kick in the ass about it. Anyway, as usual, thanks for your team for joining us here on the show. I appreciate it. Always appreciate the new viewers and new projects, especially ones that look like this. This is a good chart. Hey! Hold on, I put it on mute for a second here. Oh, Mrs. Striking's off to a meeting, and I just wished her well. Alicia says, I like all the animals, even the humans. Well, there's a lot of humans that are on the shit list, so there's a lot of dogs I like better than plenty of humans. Andy writes, a dog will drop you in it with the cops. A cat will deny knowing you. Exactly. Shane says PooCoin is quicker. It is quicker, but I got used to using Dex Tools and Dex Screener, and now Gecko Terminal's kind of taken over my tab list. Oh, Jason, that was bad. That one. Boo. I'm 87% of the supply. Well, I don't know if that's good or not. It's a long-term token. Spent 10 beans to keep the chart. Well, if you're working your own chart, then that's a good thing. I thought you owned 69%. Oh, the joke's coming. Matt, that's a great idea, but I love my project so much I want to keep it. Yeah, someday there'll be a striking project here. Thanks to all of you for watching here today. Appreciate it. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick second to do a little social media outreach here. Everyone, remember to like, share, and follow. Just do it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Just do it. My line used to be there. Now it's just do it. I know a lot of people use that line. All right, where are we at here? Other things I wanted to look at today. Obviously, I wanted to go back to... this is not it. This Ondo. I've been in Ondo for a while. They're a DAO with a revenue sharing token that the token just gets part of their money kicked back to it by, I guess they buy it. They buy the chart with it or something. I don't know. It's doing well lately. Got a bright future. Cora struggling to come back. If you remember on Solana, Cora, if you remember the Solana meme coin, Myro, whatever. Cora was launched as the Myro's best friend and playmate. Cora went to Myro went to $500 million market cap. Cora's at 2. 2 got up to like 5 and petered out. Unfortunately, the volume dropped off. And it was a good one, too. It was going. Then I believe it had one big bag holder that kept selling. And that guy's out. And you can see once the big bag holder stops selling, the chart levels off nicely. So look for that one to come back. I'm holding that one. One of the ones that my buddy Zach Humphreys is talking about is this one, Ape with Hat. It's on Solana. It's been out a couple of days, and it saw its initial run. But Ape with Hat, he believes is going to be a big one. Let's see. Let's look at the chart here. Yeah, it did its thing. It launched, came up, lots of volume. Looks to be. Let's see. They have a $9 million market cap, $650,000 liquidity. So good enough. As you can see, right about. I gotta get the right screen up here. Right about here. I guess right about here. The trading style stopped. Got a little less volatile. Meaning either they added liquidity or they stopped insider trading their chart or something like that. But anyway, once this stops and if the volume can continue like it is here, then that's a good thing. So look for Ape with Hat to reclaim some of its lost gains. Oh yeah, Reddit is supposed to be a Reddit token. No, Reddit doesn't have a token. They're going public today though. Going public, $6.5 billion share in ETH. Why does anyone launch on ETH anymore? There's no degens on ETH. I mean, there's the old degens that were rich, and so they have plenty of money and they don't mind spending, $10,000 on gas. But people have sent plenty of things to me. They're like, it's on ETH. I don't even look at the chart. I'm like, nope. But Crypto Mike, we will. Let's see what you say. Not put out, and by trying to take the hype and go with it. Well, it's a good plan. It's a good plan. You know why? Because it works. Let's look at RDDT. Here we go. ETH. Another one, $7 million market cap, 352,000 liquidity. Let's see, that's the 5-minute chart. Let's get the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, some people made some bucks in that one. It's dropped a few zeros. It's up 20x or so. But this is a good chart here. It's, if you're looking at this from the hour chart, this will be a flag. It's got the volume. It's got volume. If you notice, the difference for those of you that don't look at charts a lot, even though we all stare at them, but actually look at them. In the beginning here, they just had this kind of small volume period, and then they went boom here, boom. And then the volume is up a lot. And lots of big buys going in. I don't know what puts the money in there. A lot of times those big green candles are burns. They burn a bunch of stuff. And then people sell them off immediately. But anyway, that chart looks healthy. Usually on those ones where they say, we're going to burn 10% every week or something like that, the insiders know right when the burn's going to happen. And they might even set up a bot to burn it and then immediately sell their stuff after the price goes up. I mean, if you know the timing of a big burn, it's easy to make money because you buy right before it and you sell right after it. But you got to be the first one. I just realized my footer isn't right here. Let's fix the footer. Play out. Let's see, middle. Footer. Look at that. That's better. All right, we're not going to be on the air long today because I expected to have Pedro on here. Just a quick check of the comments again here. See how many of you are watching here. Well, there's a lot of you on the show here today. Well, we'll keep going then. Glad to be entertaining you. Why is this? If you guys could give me some feedback on the quality of the video. I'm trying, like I said, I'm having some internet connectivity issues today here. Let me start running the show schedule here. The show schedule, we will be, as this says, why isn't it auto-updating? You piece of shit. Let's go back to Thursday. Obviously, Thursday, we're already on. Pedro and I will be here tomorrow. I'll try to have Pedro on here again. But the way he sounded on the phone today didn't sound like he was going to be on. We'll be on Monday. I'll be back in Chicago at the Chicago studio. I know it looks so different than this one. But I'll be back in Chicago. It's my daughter's birthday. So we're going to head back to the Chi-Town, to Chirac. And then we'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Should have a good group of shows for you. I'm trying to get some guests to come on again. Since we've been doing memes and stuff and other stuff like that, I usually don't ask guests to come on when we cover memes because I ask, when I mean by guests, I don't mean guests of meme coins. I mean like Caitlin Long and, important people in the industry. They don't like that to be on the same show as Ass Clown. But shit butt in you and that type of stuff. Oh, you guys cracked me up. Let's see. Where was I with the comments? I have a delayed echo. My mic is too sensitive. I've just fixed the delayed echo. Pit Monk in the house. Pit Monk, ladies and gentlemen. Pit Monk.
God save our gracious King.
Coming to us from England, just north of London, but just south of York, so his accent isn't crazy like those people up in York. You're welcome, Pit Monk. Thanks for joining us. Pit Monk is the person that brought mainnetz to the crowd here, and thus has brought me into mainnetz and into PepeZ. I believe Max Chain still wants to come on. Just get him in touch with me. That's all you gotta do. Dara says the echo is coming from an empty bourbon mug. You know, usually I have a bullet bourbon mug that I got one year, and at my desk in Chicago, I usually have it on my desk. And it's empty. Yeah, this mic here, I like better than my Chicago one here, but it's it's one style of mic that hears the whole room. I can't remember whether it's condenser or dynamic. And so it hears everything. I click my mouse, it hears everything. My mic in Chicago is one you got to speak to like this. It's the other one. And it doesn't hear. So I can run the stream live to see if it's having any issues and just barely listen to it, and the mic doesn't pick it up. When I do it here and with this mic, it picks it up. So that was the echo. You guys just need to tell me that sooner. Hey, there's an echo. I thought they had contacted you already. They may have. I've talked to a lot of people about coming on the show, a lot of projects, and a lot of them I don't hear back from. I do have one. Just let's see. I'll wait for it to change on the on the sponsor bar before I talk about it. Andy says it's all good here in Scotland. I'm back with popcorns, enjoying the show. All right, let's get to some of the in-house projects here, as we call them. Where is? Let's head over to OPHX and talk about Operation Phoenix for a second. Let's look at their own decks. I like pulling up their own decks, not the PancakeSwap decks. Operation Phoenix has got a lot of info coming out here. But let me tell you what I can't figure out about Operation Phoenix. Is why they keep selling. My people and longtime holders keep selling on Operation Phoenix. They have DeFi Mark bringing out an all-new DEX that's going to be bringing in crazy revenue from all sorts of different parts of DeFi. And it's a I'm not going to get it right, so go over the Operation Phoenix room. Go to Reddit, go to the Operation Phoenix subreddit, and Daddy B writes excellent summaries about it and everything. But they've got all new DEX that's going to be able to do cross-chain trading without having liquidity pools on both sides of the trades. And that could be revolutionary for everything. And people are selling it off. I don't understand it. Don't ask me why. They don't need to sell their token to earn money, and none of these sells are contract sells because on their DEX, they might be an ARB sell, but on their DEX, it takes the taxes out beforehand. It's a sell-less technology, so there's no contract, no swap liquify, any of that type of stuff. On this chart, on their other chart that they have their liquidity pool with PancakeSwap, they do. But you Operation Phoenix guys, stop selling the damn chart. You got good things coming. Allow it to grow. You know, I had a relative that was in the car business, or it is in the car business. He used to, the dealership used to, they're nice cars, and the dealership used to give money to the salespeople to take the new cars around and pay the valets at fancy restaurants and hotels to keep the cars in front. And and this was a while ago, so spiffing a valet $50, and you had his attention for a couple of weeks. And they'd keep the cars right in the front. And other car dealerships are like, oh, these are nice cars. You can't drive them. Nobody can drive them. Blah 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 blah. And I asked about it. I said, hey, at other car dealerships, you can't even. They got ropes around the cars. You can't touch them. These are expensive things. And he says, this is what I've learned over the years. Take a risk and expose your product to the danger of a sale. Expose your product to the danger of a sale. And I took that very, very, very to heart there. And he says, look, we get the cars out there. People see them, in nice spots. I sure as shit, the first time I did it, the next business day that the dealership was open, somebody walked in and said, hey, I saw this car at the Four Seasons. Tell me all about it. And the salesman went and told them all about it, and they ended up selling the car. It's same with these charts. Expose it to the danger of the sale. All right, what's the next on here? Wait, I better check the comments here. Usually I have a special screen just for the comments, and it's easy for me to check. I've had to turn that one off. I hope Pedro gets well soon. I miss him. Pedro, where are you? He's probably sleeping and lots of cough medicine, so he's probably not. I told him comment, but he's like, I need to sleep. We're in the stage of accumulation. We have so much excellent utility and game-changing tech coming out. All these people selling for peanuts are going to be so unhappy. But hey, you live and you learn, I suppose. I mean, crypto is one big fat you live and you learn, isn't it? I mean, come on. How many lessons have we learned 2, 3, 4, 5 times? How many? Anyway, Operation Phoenix, to finish off, to talk about them. Great crew. Just for those of you who don't know about it, the tagline is that we kind of use is what SafeMoon should have been, or what SafeMoon could have been, or whatever. Community members and YouTubers that represented SafeMoon. Nobody from the team. Nobody from the team. No, those guys are all in the joint now, or should be on the way to the joint. Got together and said, look, let's engage the SafeMoon community and build a project that they would enjoy that follows the SafeMoon idea of let's start our own DEX, our own blockchain, our own this kind of stuff and do it. And I know a lot of people are doing that, but there were millions of people in that SafeMoon group. And I realized a lot of them wrote it to zero and are pissed off, but a lot of people made money on it. And a lot of people just didn't really make any accumulation, like they got no X's, but they got many months of great reflections. And so they made money that way. But anyway, definitely go check out the Operation Phoenix guys. They got a great tech coming. Full disclosure, yes, I am a holder in Operation Phoenix. Tazzy says, I've learned plenty. You're darn right. Let's see, what else? Who are the usual top subjects here that we want to talk about? Let's just give NetZ a look out. Where is the NetZ chart? Oh, I gotta go to... NetZ still sitting right around 10 cents, right in that area. Let's go to the bigger chart here, the daily chart. I don't this L Bank chart. Oh, you know what? I am in Canada. I can use the Mexi chart. I don't know why I didn't do that. Anyway, NetZ sitting there, their launch in December over here, and then it just been hanging out here, as high as like 15 cents, as low as 6 or 7 cents, but right in that groove, moving along, developing all their stuff, bringing new projects on. It won't be long. Hopefully this PepeZ one brings the attention, and that currency go boom. And hopefully it go boom. But like I said, I participated in their voice chat last night and talked to the people that were there, and I listened to them for like 2 hours while I was doing other things and preparing for today's show. But also was one of the rare VCs where I actually got on to talk. Since I talk the show all day, I tend not to talk on VCs. But I enjoyed it. We'll just say every group that I go and participate on is different, and this one's an interesting group. I love it. I got to tell you, the optimism, even after 2 years of working on this, is nuts. It's nuts, and a couple of you guys on there talk like it was just launched, like you haven't been working on it for 2 years, like you just launched it, and you're like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing ever. And in your mind, it probably is. But you got to convince millions of people that that's it also. Do that with a good meme coin called PepeZ. Let's see. The power of the zombie mob. But like I said, Pit, when you go look at the transactions and the wallets on PepeZ, who's selling? It's the zombie mob that's selling. So scold them for me, would you? Scold them. Yeah, it's up and down with profits from the PepeZ, I think. Well, when you have a lot of... You get a lot of volatility if you don't have a lot of tokens on it. When one token's doing a lot of business, you get volatility on it. I mean, a good example is you got to go to an exchange because there's no bridge working yet. It's kind of one of the things hindering PepeZ, but that's all right. They'll get it working. When people have to go to exchange, they send their NetZ to Zodiac Swap. They exchange those for PepeZ. So essentially, you're selling the chain's token and you're getting a wrapped version of it paired with the PepeZ for value. And then you sell your token, your PepeZ, come back and buy it, and then send it off chain. So you get the up and downs. He gets the volume. Pitmonk says he's got this we'll say Pitmonk and I are of the same generation. I think it's easier for us to be harder on the younger people. We don't get bent out of shape, people say, "Oh, you're being a little abrasive in the Telegram room, Tom." And I'm like, "No, I'm telling people like it is." And they're doing something stupid, and Pitmonk's the same way. You're like, it's like, no, don't do that. Crypto Mike, are we going to have a sweet rant show tomorrow? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do that instead tomorrow. Maybe we'll have the Twitter Spaces out and we'll do the full rant show. Thanks for reminding me about that. I appreciate that. Thanks for reminding. I'm looking at the list of things we talked about here, and it says Chalk, NSO, Respan, ass. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like I always say, everybody, like and share this thing. More like, I mean, what really gets the algorithm to pay attention to us is watch time. The longer you watch, like I said, if you have to go take a phone call in the other room, just leave me running on the side. Who's that? That's just Tom. I got him on all day. But liking, commenting, super chatting, all that type of stuff is bonus. Also, the interaction when they rate this, what we do here, the interaction is rated so much higher than just a video that's put out and goes wah 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 wah. Although the guys that get the big views by putting those videos out make a ton of money. So. However, by getting people to talk about meme coins and all of us learning from that, maybe we discover a gem. Maybe we do that. Well, I guess I have. I have done that. A couple of the Solana ones I discovered because of viewers. And mainnetz and Pepe I discovered because of viewers. And now we talk about it all the time. How about that? Let's see. Where were we on the whole AI crowd? The big conference was this week. Let's run through those real quick here. Yes, I did read about the SEC and ETH a few days ago. The SEC, it's rant time. I should save this for tomorrow. If you've paid attention to the show, you'll know I'm no fan of Gary Gensler. Just no fan. I've been in the Striking's crypto room here. In my TG, I've installed the pal.ai thing, and you can ask it, is Tom a fan of Gary Gensler? Or is Tom a fan of Elizabeth Warren? No. But Gary Gensler, the position of the SEC chairman, the lead commissioner, has been basically a position of honor for years and years and years, to be bestowed as the chairman of it. And basically, you're the chairman, and you let all the other commissioners and the vast staff they have do the work. And you kind of just keep you go and have nice lunches and all this type of stuff, and everything's great. Gary Gensler's taken it to a different level and turned it into an enforcement thing. And you've heard me say, because everyone has their own character flaws. None of us are perfect, right? I have mine. My 2 ex-wives have theirs. My current wife has no issues at all. She's perfect. I should say my only wife that I'll ever have again. Everyone's got a character flaw. Some of it's just a little problem. Some of it's like laziness or procrastination. Some of it's lying. Some of it's you drink too much. Some of it's you tell stories that get grander each time. Everybody's got one. Gary Gensler's character flaw is that he wants to be the man, and he enjoys being the man. And when they were talking about all these crypto cases and all that, he was getting a lot of attention. But what really got Gary Gensler famous was the whole ETF thing with Bitcoin, because it pitted both cryptocurrency people, or many cryptocurrency people, but more importantly, all of Wall Street and the people with big money were basically lapping at his feet. And he enjoyed that. He was the man. All the news guys were calling him every day on CNBC, on this and that and this and that, blah, blah, blah. His millions of followers going up on his social media thing. He wanted to be the man. And then the BTC ETFs went off and done, and everyone was like, all right, Gary, we don't care about you anymore. Suddenly he's not the man. He's not getting called to be on TV anymore. He's not getting called to do this. The Jamie Dimon or Larry Fink from BlackRock's not calling him. All this type of stuff. He's not the man anymore. And all of a sudden, this shitstorm comes out about ETH. And that shitstorm is now Gary Gensler is at the center of it again. Somebody sent 1 ETH to BlackRock's wallet via Tornado Cash to get them to deal with the SEC. Well, that's what happens. The government came out with these grand statements saying, when they're against Tornado Cash, they're like, well, we're pretty much anyone that has a wallet that is related, has a transaction with Tornado Cash in it, we got a blacklist. You just got to blacklist anything with Tornado Cash. And so that's when celebrities, government officials, every known wallet that was out there got a little bit of ETH sent to them via Tornado Cash. It's poisoned every wallet. Suddenly the talk of that blacklisting everything just died off. Never forget the power of the internet and the combined community to do good or bad, or just to send a message. And that was a powerful message, that just trying to blacklist stuff just doesn't work. Jason says, personally, I love all the projects you go over. Thank you very much. Yeah, go fight BlackRock SEC. Well, one of the things you got to remember is that the SEC is a job rotation place too. Is that people go work for the SEC, then they go work for banks and big funds, then they go back and work for SEC. And each time they go back, they get moved up. And they go back, they start at the bank here, they go to the SEC, they go back to the bank, they go to the SEC, they go back to a financial institution, SEC. Each time they get promoted doing that. It's a revolving door. If you listen to my sponsor, Audit Chain's lead architect, Jason Myers, he talks about the gatekeeper principle and how they've set up this whole process to be the gatekeeper. All right, everybody, that's what we got for you today here. Really appreciate everyone joining in. Thanks to Audit Chain. Thanks to my other sponsors too. Oh yeah, I guess I'll mention it right now. We're gonna have a group coming on right down here in cahoots with DeFi Dojo. Soon we're gonna get it on the schedule here, probably, hopefully next week, maybe the week after it, and one of our first sponsored AMAs for a group coming out. Looking forward to that. Been working with JB at DeFi Dojo to get one of their people in the rotation on the show here, and it should be a good one. And so we'll hope every one of you guys shows up for that. But like I said, it doesn't really matter about the lives. It's the replays, but also getting those video clips out for projects to use. Oh, let's kick it back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Let's make some money today with PepeZ. You chumbalone, stop selling it. Come on, man. Let's expose that to the danger of the sale. Get it on everyone's charts. Let's let it run. Let's let that run. I don't want to see no more selling. Or a little bit. If you want to sell, it's a little bit. Just don't dump it. $2,000, $3,000 people at a time. It's disgusting. But anyway, we covered a lot of stuff today. We covered some new guys: Chunk, NSO, Respan, Ass, Papa. Somebody mentioned Steppin a while ago. We'll go back to that when Pedro's back on. Talked a little bit about Ape with Hat, Solana, Bitcoin, Matic. A couple of things, and we talked about all your usual suspects and that kind of stuff. Everyone, I really enjoyed having you on here today. Where'd my comment section go? Crypto Mike says, I remember that movie about AI. Usually they want to take over. Later, Tom and y'all here. Dara says, ciao for now, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a great day once again. I love talking about it here. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here on the digital media world, down the DYOR Media Network, and I'm the host of DYOR Live. I thank you for joining us once again. Enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you tomorrow. Be there. I had to get rid of my old great ending because of my license expired. Anyway, everyone, have a great day.